Hey, what's up everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing great. I'm here to do another review for Love and Hip Hop ATL, and at the end, I'm gonna put some of that black ink. Make sure to go ahead and thumbs up this video. That lets me know that you enjoy these reviews that I'm bringing to you guys, and you want to see a review for next week's episode. Also, comment down below. I would love to see your comments. What did you think about this episode, as well as black ink? And also, I'm gonna need you to follow me on my social media at Miss TP90 on Instagram as well as Twitter, because you never know, your girl just might follow you back, and I've been following y'all. You know, I've been following. Let's go ahead and get into it. Last week it was the wop between Tammy and Betty Idol, but I didn't see it fully. I wanted to know, did Tammy just whop her, or did she have a cup in her hand? Like, I want to know what was her whoop ass of choice. She did a wop with the cup over the table. It looked like her hand, but I saw the cup mixed with the hand, and then that was it. That's all I saw. D. Smith was killing me, sitting there talking about, girl, what you gonna do? Get out the way. Here goes Betty out here. Oh my God, she's pulling my hair. This is my real hair, and she is pulling it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't condone or promote violence, but that shit was funny when she was like, she's pulling my hair. It's my real hair. Like, Betty Idol gets in the car, and she is livid, and she's telling the producers, oh my God, she pulled out my hair. And I was like, man, that's what's in your paddle brush in the morning. Sweetie, I understand you're mad that she pulled your hair, but how in the world do you still have the wad? Did she pick it up off the floor? I was just done. I was like, what the heck? Was that from earlier this morning? Tammy walked away like, baby hair, edges laid with the band. I said, you weren't touched at all, were you, ma'am? If you ever around Tammy, don't talk about Waka. I think it's a Waka button. You just don't push with Tammy. She was like, roar. And Betty's mouth, though, even through this whole episode, I was like, Betty, shut up. Both of them were petty boots. Both were petty, but Tiara, y'all know Scrap Baby Mama, she hasn't heard from Carly, because Carly invited her to the party where everything broke out. Of course, you weren't going to hear from Carly Messy Red. You're not going to hear from her. So she meets up with Jessica Dime, aka Ronnie, of all people. I'm like, what? Jessica Dime, she stays straddling the fence to me. She's very vocal and outspoken, but you put her with certain people, she like, I don't know them bitches either. It's like, you were just with those same bitches last week. While they talking, Tiara still has the bandage on. I'm like, sweetie, I hope you're changing those, because those carry bacteria and smells. I rarely agree with Jessica Dime piece, but I'm with her when it comes to Scrap. Like, what in the hell type of hoe does he have on you? Tell me why. Loving basketball. I'm just like Dime, mediocre dick and problems and drama. Hell no, Bob. Sorry. As Tiara's talking, that's all she knows. She's been with him since, I guess, high school, and you know, she done been through all the drama, and they got a baby. So yeah, I guess. Then Tiara goes into the charges and why KK don't like her, and Dime and I are like, oh my God, this is the episode of The Wire. And Dime piece, you straight up think she was Ronnie from Players Club. She was even sitting there like, oh Jesus, what? No wonder Tiara been working 8 jobs and working at the biggest financial company in the whole entire world and Zimbabwe, because she done put all her money on Scrapbook. This is when I slightly laughed. She was like, I put money, you know, on his books and for the phone call so that he could hear the baby grow. I know she was in the moment. She was just blabbing, but how can you hear a baby? Unless it's vocal, it's out of the womb. But how do you? No. Okay. Dime is like, so what you gonna do? And she was like, yo, if he deads this situation with Tommy, then I'm like, you know what? Your ass is gonna go back. This is gonna be a never-ending cycle similar to Peta, Tara, and Amina. I feel it. Do y'all feel that? Yeah, that's bullshit on you. Get it off. Speaking of Scrap, here he comes with his hair. I mean, it's just blowing in the abyss. I said, ain't that a bitch? His hair is flowing and got more volume than mine on a regular Saturday. He's currently fighting a case because he has some Mary Jane in his car. Sir, I have one thing. What you smoke is your business and where you do it. But if you currently got a record, why the hell would you set yourself up for that? Why the hell would you be in the car rolling? You know what? I'm going to leave them. That's your problem. That's your record, your charges. But still, what? He meets with Steven. Stevie's back talking about, yeah, I'm coming back because you know what? I felt like I could do more in Atlanta. In LA, hush, you under contract. You know good and well your ass need to be back in Atlanta to film. You and Jessica Hernandez. Yeah. He's telling Stevie everything that's going on with Tommy and Tiara. And even Stevie's looking like, what the hell? And he's thinking both of these chicks gonna be by his side while he is going to jail. Nigga! Really? No. Like, some wiring is just not connecting with this family. Like, it's just not going how I think it should be going. I'm with Stevie, and I really agree with Steven. You need to choose. Choose! Waka Flocka, child, he stay in La La Land. He just stays there. In his confession, he was like, I've been grinding, you know what I'm saying? I've been, making these coins, getting the Marita bread so I could toast it. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't want to toast it because I wanted peanut butter and jelly. But I wanted Smuckers, so I had to go back. But then when Tammy called me, I'm like, wait, what? Grabbing Betty Idle, connecting over music. He thinks she beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When Betty Idle called Bambi the horsey, I died. Not because she called her horse. I died because of the way she said it. Bambi the horsey. She talks about the run-in that happened with Tammy to Scrap. Scrappy basically told her, you deserve that. You don't do that. Are you crazy? You don't do that. Oh, Scrap still wants the Bambi. Okay, time for Tammy's event. Yes, my Aunt Deb, she's there. But I have to say, I don't know who gave her that first lady front row pew suit for the confessional. I'm not a fan. Everybody's at the event. Mimi's there. Of course, she was like, if anybody's causing trouble for me and my riblet, it's going down. I don't want any drama. Isn't that right, riblet? And Chris is like, yeah. Dime, of course, spilled the beans. I told y'all Dime be flip-flopping. The cover is revealed. Yes, Tammy, you better do that. She had a speech. She was like, I mean, if I can be sexy and still like chicken wings, and all of y'all with a baby, y'all can do, babe, don't you like this? He was like, I was like, what? Okay. Okay. After everything dies down and Tammy comes over to get her hugs and congratulatories, Aunt Deb is like, yo, I've been hearing around the streets that you was in a fight. You don't do that. You classier than that. I don't want to see that shit. Do better. Yes, Aunt Deb. Tammy mentions Betty Idle and everything that happened, and Bambi, she has a That's So Raven flashback. D. Smith doesn't show up, and now Tammy doesn't want her to be a part of it because she didn't show up. And I was like, you really thought she was gonna show up? And then she's figuring out, oh my god, this must have been a setup. Duh! Stevie's heading over to Mimi's house because he wants to see his daughter Ava. Mimi was like, you know what, Eva's not here. She's on a play date. But I also wanted to let you know that I have a new boo. And it's a girl. Not a man. I haven't told Eva because it's none of Eva's business. Because, Chris, whenever she's here, she sleeps in the guest room. So I said, Eva, this is Mommy's friend. That's all she needs to know, Stevie. So they start talking about her Hot Pocket. And Stevie's like, yo, you just passing the time until you get some good beefcake. And she's like, no, I'm actually very moist down there. It's no Sahara. He like, word? She like, yes. She was like the best I've ever had in my life. Chris got that thunder tongue and Stevie was sitting there like, how? What did I do wrong? Go sit down, Stevie. Go be in Jessica Hernandez's box because Chris is handling Mimi. Bambi goes over to the bachelor pad that Scrap has. And this whole scene, I was just like, what? Bambi asked the question that I wanted to know. Scrap, why the hell do you need an assistant? And what the hell is she doing there? I just noticed that the Bambi and Scrappy have matching nose rings. Although Scrappy's nose rings look slight boogerish. But okay. He told her he's still gonna want to work with Betty Idle. And she's like, well, quit texting me then. Quit texting me. Quit hitting me up. And I'm sitting here like, do y'all want to be back together or not? Because this is just, driving me. I need a drink. I hollered with the dog. Jilly. Went with Bambi. I hollered. I rolled. Like, the way I rolled, it was ridiculous. So Tammy has a meet up with D. Smith. I wanted to ask her, why the hell you didn't come to my event? D. Smith was like, it just wasn't my crowd. Tammy felt disrespected by D. Smith because of everything that happened with Betty Idol, and D. Smith felt disrespected about everything that happened with Waka and the statements that he said about the transgendered community. Tammy was then like, you know what? We were trying to work together, and D. Smith was like, you want to work with me. I was like, bloop, that is true though. He was like, well, it could have been a great opportunity with modeling, and she was like, what opportunity? Like, I do this, son. Like, what are you gonna give me? I was like, ooh, oh, Betty. No, you're not Betty. D. Smith. Ooh. It was just shade-erific. Shade. The petty boots. Scrap is meeting up with Betty Idol so that he can get a resolution, so that he can keep Bambi in his life and still work with Betty Idol. Yo, can y'all squash the beef? She was like, if I can pull her track, sure. Betty, girl, this is where I go, huh? Scrap ended up walking out, and I'm glad he did, because it was a never-ending story. There was going to be no resolve. Scrap, what did you think? It's the baby mama. Ding, ding, ding. Versus the side piece. Boom, boom. Sit down. I was ready for that. This will go be good. Uh-oh, the You Got Served braids are back. You know when Scrap has those, the shit is about to go down. Tiara comes by. She didn't want to give no hugs or nothing. Tommy comes out of the abyss, out of the bushes, with her not gonna cry shades and the whole thigh out. I hollered. I said, you know what, Tommy, if you can pull that off, do it. Scrap basically says he's going to jail and he needs some support. So what's up, ladies? What? Tiara was like, oh, no, you're not even getting no beef flavored ramen noodles from me. I was like, you're coming. Do you see the light? Do you see? Keep looking. Tommy was all good up until she got word from Tiara that reveal was supposed to be Scrap saying it's gonna be a wrap for him and her. Then she got real about it. I said, you playing another two. You seeing the light too, girl. Keep looking. So it went from talking about Scrap, looking at Scrap, to both of them looking at each other fighting again. I was like, you know what? The common denominator is right there. Yet you guys are just fighting. Okay. While Tiara was getting up and everybody was trying to hold her, Tommy was sitting down. I hollered. I was like, you better sit your punk ass down before I whoop that ass again. I was like, you know what, Tiara? That is very true. Because the last time, it didn't end well. When she said, move, bitch, I almost died. And then the top lip curl. I was done. When Tiara kept saying, I'm about it, I didn't feel it. Like, it didn't come from her soul. Like, I didn't feel that I'm about it. I didn't feel that. Oh, this episode was a lot. Down below in the comment section, please let me know, what did you think about Tiara versus Tommy? Let's talk about it down below, but I gotta touch on Black Ink. Caesar stay in some chat. I'm so glad he brought, what's the new little girl named Melanie, whatever her name is. Glad that he brought her back. Teddy, he finally has some sense in there and trying to be responsible. Good job, Teddy. I see you effing up somewhere soon, but good job. I just love Sky. Can I just say that I love her? I would love to be her friend in real life. Like, she's just so hilarious and fun to me. I loved it. Now let's talk about Duchess and Donna. Caesar professing his love talking to Teddy. Meanwhile, Duchess is giving Donna the groceries. I was hollering, and then the next morning she talking about, I don't know what I did, man. You know good and damn well what you did. Even if you are drunk to the drunkest of drunk, I mean, you need to be in blackout level. Like, you can't see nothing. You know good and well what the hell you doing. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what happens next week. I cannot wait for this, just to see what comes out of Duchess's mouth, because it ain't gonna be nothing but shit. Down below in the comments, I would love to know, what did you think about Black Ink? Let's talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless.